Hello out there. Today you are going to want 2 blocks for this practice. We're working through a quick power flow, but we are going to be utilizing the blocks not only for working into some alignment stuff, but also to strengthen and make some other postures harder. So starting on all fours, as usual, bring your hands under your shoulders, your knees under your hips, press down to the tops of your feet. Draw the low belly in. Just find a neutral spine to start. As you exhale, you're going to round your chin, your chest, round your spine, chin to chest. As you inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart line. Just begin breathing back and forth here. Focusing your breath in through your nose, out through your nose. Take 3 more rounds of that breath. And then coming back into neutral spine. So make sure we're not sticking the tailbone out. We're also not arching through the back. So neutralize, pull the low belly in. I'm going to take my left arm and thread it underneath, working my shoulder and ear to the mat if I can. Let your hips press back towards your heels and really begin to twist through the mid-back or thoracic spine. You can leave that right hand in front. You could wrap it behind, maybe finding your waistband, maybe finding the inner thigh of that left leg. We'll just take a couple deep breaths. Let your inhale bring you back center, press back up to all fours. Take a deep breath in again, and as you exhale, thread that right arm underneath, resting down, find your twist. And inhale pulls you back through. Cross your ankles over, pull them through, and grab one of your blocks. So beginning to activate our core before we move through some standing work today. So I'm going to take that block, medium size or long ways in between the knees and the elbows. And so looking at my feet, I don't want them pointed up. I want my shins parallel, and you might have to crunch up here to hold that block. So finding parallel in the forearms and finding parallel in the shins. Here's the fun part. I'm going to take my left leg out as I take my right arm overhead. Pull it back in. It's a little bit like tapping your head and rubbing your belly. Switch. Pull it in. Switch. If you drop the block, it's okay. Just pick it up and give it another go. Switch. And then switch. And in. Switch. And in. 2 more. Right arm, left leg. Pull it in. Switch. I'm losing my block too. Bring it in and grab that block. Take it long overhead, stretch. I'm going to take the block medium size between the palms, and legs go again right over hips. I'm going to dorsiflex, so kind of in between a point and a flex, dorsiflex. Press through the balls of the feet. And then as I'm reaching overhead, I want to make sure my shoulders aren't crowding my ears, but they are activated. As I squeeze that block, I'm going to flex the right foot, and I'm going to take it down like the hand of a clock and pause right here. Squeezing that block, I want you to crunch up and just reach outside of that left leg. Inhale overhead, exhale, crunch. Inhale, exhale. For 4, crunch. 3, make sure you're pressing your low back and back of hips down. Last one, crunch it up and hold. Pulse it for 8, 5, 3, 2, 1, and release. Keep the legs right where they are. Bring that leg back up slow again, like a hand on a clock. For 3, 2, 1. Realign. Draw the low belly in, press the back of the hips down. We'll flex that left foot, send it down slow. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold right here. Draw the belly in, crunch up, reach as far as you can. Inhale. Exhale. Crunch. You've got 4, 3, 2, up and hold. Little pulses for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lay back, keep those legs right where they are. Press through that left heel up. Slow. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees, give them a hug. You're gonna rock and roll head to tail a couple times, massaging out the spine. And as you come up, we'll set the block back to the top of our mat. Step back into your first down dog. So spread your fingers, spread your toes. As you look back at your feet, make sure your heels are hidden behind your second and third toes. As you look at your hands, make sure your index finger's at 12 o'clock and the rest of the fingers are evenly spread from there. Taking your left heel to sky, we're going to spin the hip. So if you looked at my foot, the left toes are facing the left wall. Bend the knee and start to shine that left knee up to the ceiling. Take some really big knee circles, as big as you can make them. And then let's switch directions and go the other way, just for a big 3, 2, and 1. Press through that heel, set the foot down. Same thing on the other side. Inhale, right heel to sky. Bend the hip, turn those right toes to the wall, bend the knee. Circle it out. And switch directions for 3, 2, and 1. Setting the feet down. Tiptoe your feet to the backs of your hands. Hanging over into forward fold. Soften your knees as much as you need. And then looking at your toes, we're going to lift the toes, spread them, press them down evenly. Feel the base of the big toe, base of the pinky toe, and the heel really press into the floor. As you inhale, let's soften the knees, rolling all the way up. Reach overhead, stretch. Exhale, hands to prayer. As you inhale, take the hands right back up. Exhale, dive. Press the palms down, forward fold, belly lifted, eyes to knees. Inhale, bring your hands to your shins. Try to create a nice flat back so you could serve a cup of coffee off of there. Hands down, step back left foot. Inhale here. If you need, you can always use your blocks. They're really just arm extenders, right? So we can take them to any level we need. Eventually time and practice, and if your body's geometry is open to it, you start to find that right form and shape. Hands plant, step back down dog. Coming forward on an inhale, let's find a plank. Shoulders right over wrist, press the floor away. Drop the knees, tops of feet down, lower all the way to the mat. Slide your hands back by your lowest rib cage, so again, I got this little 90-degree angle in the arms. Squeeze the inner thighs, and as you inhale, lift your heart. Roll the shoulders back, squeeze the elbows in alongside your body. Exhale, release, press back down dog. On an inhale, that left heel rises. Knee to chest. I want to find a little compression here. Pull your heel into your butt as well. Step that left foot by your left thumb. If it doesn't make it, you just help it forward. Breathing in here, you can bring a block in under your right hand if you choose. Right hand down, left hand high, twist. Inhale brings us back center. You could bring both blocks or no blocks. We just slide back and take a little hamstring stretch. Make sure you don't lock out that front knee. Press your big toes down and try to send this right hip forward in space. Just notice if it's popping out or you're kicking your left heel to the side wall, squeeze the inner thighs in a line. Let your inhale pull you back forward, step forward, fold. Inhale, hands to shins, nice strong flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhaling all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, right back up. Exhale, dive. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, plant your palms, step back right foot. Breathe in. Exhale, down dog. Forward on your inhale through plank. Drop the knees. This time we're going for chaturanga from the knees. So elbows hug in. Still lower, pull your heart forward of your fingertips. Press up dog, your thighs can stay on the mat, or you can engage, squeezing the inner thighs, and float. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, down dog. You inhale, take that right heel to sky. Knee to chest on the travel, try to hug the heel in, just beginning to create that compression. It will help you later in your practice. Inhale here. Left hand to floor or block, right hand high, easy twist. Now notice if you're sinking into that back hip, I want to keep my hips level. I want to keep this back inner thigh really lifting and engaged. So straighten that back leg as you can. If it needs to be a little bit because of hamstring tightness, that's fine. Hands come down to floor block, slide back. And so again, notice where your hips are in space. Am I kicking out into that side hip? Squeeze them in. Draw the navel in and away from the thighs. And feel again that lift through the back of the thigh. You exhale, go ahead and bend the knee, step forward and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, plant your palms. Step back, left foot. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Come forward into plank. Knees or toes, chaturanga. Shift the weight forward, elbows hug in. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left heel to sky as you breathe in. Knee to chest on the travel. This time we step center of the thumbs. Drop that right heel. So as you look at your feet, you've got a heel to arch alignment before you ever come up. We might want to bring our blocks to the side of that mat. We'll probably bring them with us for skandasana. But come on up, warrior two. As you look at the feet, again, heel to arch, that front foot's at 12 o'clock. Knee is tracking your second and third toes. So be mindful if the knee's diving to the big toe or out to the pinky toe. Might have to use a little more inner or outer thigh to pull it back center. Take your shoulders, roll them down and back, and almost like bird's wings. Draw the shoulder blades together and down. And so I just want to start simply. I'm going to pull my right heel in, and I'm going to slide to skandasana. So watch right knee track second and third toe. And then I'm going to press back, point that right heel back to the back wall, warrior two. So do that again, slide in, and right back. One more, slide back. Come forward, warrior two. Left forearm to thigh. This right arm slices up and over, side angle. So we could bring a block in here if we wanted to come a little deeper than right here. But if you're here, notice if your head's collapsing, continue to lengthen even through the side of your neck as you extend. So with that block underhand, it could go on any level that's comfortable for you. Continue to roll the chest open, roll that shoulder open. And hands come down, framing this front foot. We're gonna pick up that right heel, step back, down dog. Take an inhale, right heel rises. Knee to chest on the travel, step at center of the thumbs. Drop the left heel down, use the inhale, warrior two on this side. Pull the heel in, slide high skandasana. And just shift back. So I'm just shifting my weight back and forth. Try to keep the hips in one level motion, like you're sliding them across the bench. One more, pull back. Hand shift forward. Forearm to thigh. Take that left arm, slice it up and over. What happens is when we come this way, there's this little bone we can get stuck on, which most of us can pass through it, but it just gives you a lot more length coming forward and overhead. For 3, press your big toes down, press the floor away from you for 2, and 1, hands come down. Lift that left heel, step back down, dog. Looking to the top of your mat, you're gonna grab one of your blocks, and you're gonna set it right inside where your left hand is. On an inhale, take that left heel to sky. And as you exhale, you're gonna step your left foot on that block. So I wanna work the first 3 toes over that block. I wanna squeeze that block. So if you can maybe not take my hands away. As I squeeze that block, what happens is the arch of my foot lifts, so now I'm strengthening my ankle and my whole foot. I'm coming up crescent lunge. Take a moment, especially if you have a squishy block, it's gonna be hard. And so just feel yourself. Drive that knee through the shin, through the heel, into that block. Arms up. We're gonna bend that back knee, 90-90, and come right back up. Down, up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up. Drop that back heel. You might need to heel toe it out. Warrior 2. Flip the palm in reverse. A little different feeling here. Drive that knee forward for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, pulls us out. Cartwheel those hands down. Step that foot back. And switch that block on the other side. With an inhale, we'll take that right heel to the sky. Step the right foot on that block. Get the first 3 toes over, squeeze the block. Inhale, pulls us up. Squeeze that block with your foot. Arms up. Take a moment to stabilize. Try to squeeze your feet towards one another. We go down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Drop that back heel. You might need to heel toe it out. Warrior 2. Take a moment. Drive that knee forward. Press your heel down. Flip the palm. Reverse. Let your inhale bring you out. Cartwheel your hands down. You can step off that block and move it out of your way. Holding your down dog, or come with me through plank, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. From here, look to the top of your mat. Bend your knees. Take a little hopper step. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. As you inhale, roll all the way up. Hands to prayer. Grabbing one of your blocks. I'm working a little bit of hip mobility as well as balance all in one. So I'm going to balance into my left foot. Feel the 4 corners of that foot. And I'm going to take the block similar to our warm-up and our core. Bring that knee out hip height. Take the block in between the elbow and the thigh. And then again, forearm and shin are parallel. So notice if you're sticking your butt out, leaning forward, stand tall out of that leg. Notice if you're leaning back, try not to do that either. Take a moment, stabilize, and we're just gonna guide the knee out and in. Take it out and in. For 2 and in. Last one, take it out and in. Now this time, keeping the hips square, I want to tip back. This is so much harder on carpet. If you can practice at home on hardwoods, I would highly recommend it. Now keep the engagement, squeeze that block. Come up. Feel how that goes right into the low belly. Do it again. Tip. And up. Last time. Take it out. And up. Now with that same idea, with the same low belly engagement, I'm going to guide the knee out as far as I can and step goddess. Knees are tracking second and third toes. Press out of this right leg, come right back to where we just were. Let's try that again. Take it out as far as you can and land. Bring it back. Take it out one more time. Hold. From here, I want to drop my tailbone down between the heels. And as if, again, I'm sitting on that bench. I want to dust a bench with my bottom. So I'm not trying to come up and out. Just stay in this one level plane. You can kind of let your upper body get a little more organic with it for 3, 2, 1. Come center, hold. Lift your right heel, 5 little pulses. 4, so just coming up and down about an inch or 2. Try to stay in the strength of those legs. Drop the right heel, pick up the left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the heel, step back to the top, and release. Grab your block, you got one more leg. So balancing into the right foot, again, feel the 4 corners. Find your mountain pose, a slight tuck of the tailbone here. And then find the engagement in the low belly as I squeeze that block between my elbow and thigh. Flex your standing foot, or not the standing foot, your opposite foot. Here we go. It is a Tuesday. It feels like Monday. I don't know what day you're on out there in the world, but hopefully it's not feeling like a Monday. Take it out. It's okay to wobble. Really just focus on keeping this knee hip height. Open just as far as you can go. It doesn't have to be far. Stay with good form. Form over intensity always. 2 more. Open. Bring it in. Pull the rib cage in. Bring it in. Keep that beautiful engagement. Keep the hips square. Tip. And right back up. Tip. And right back up. Last one. Tip. Right back up. Loose the block. We're going to open that left leg around as far as we can and sit goddess. Step back to the top of the mat. So again, take the left leg out as far as we can. Step, come right back. Take it out. Step, land. This time, both heels lift. Sink in. If we need to drop the heels, that's okay. Stay in this space. See if you can pulse for 5, 4. Shoulders are back over hips, so make sure you're not rounding forward through the spine. 2, 1. Heels down. Straight legs. We're going to take the left toes, turn them to the top of your mat, and then take your right heel and turn it back. I've got a heel to arch alignment. I'm going to start to slide out down this leg as far as I can go. Once again, blocks are friends. We can also stack 2 blocks. So maybe this is what we need to find straight legs without locking the left knee, and then straight spine. It's hard to see, my shirt's all over the place. But ideally what we're going for is I want my head in line with my heart and my hips, and I want all that aligned over this left leg. Just really drawing your head back, squeezing the hips, almost kind of hiding that left hip bone, or yeah, oh my gosh, it's one of those days, y'all. Hiding that left hip underneath and creating these nice long lines. So if you can see yourself, check your alignment. Notice if you like to lock your knee. I love to lock my knee. You can see it soft right there. Right before you want to lock your knee is where the work is. And so as you get stronger and more comfortable, we start to find that shape without the block, because now it becomes much more about holding it in my legs and my core. For 3, 2, and press the floor away, come up, and just tick-tock the toes. Bring your blocks with you if you'd like as you slide out, windmill the arms, and draw the head back over that right pinky toe. So take your time, use your breath. Remember, blocks are friends. They help us learn this alignment. You can stack them in a way that allows you to open up, pull back, and really find that alignment and that strength. For 3, 2, and 1. Breathing in, come up. We're gonna bring our blocks back with us to the top of the mat. Tick-tock the toes to the top. Step back and let's take that left heel to sky. Just like we did earlier, spin the hip, bend the knee, and bringing that left foot forward. Step outside your left thumb, drop that back knee, and come into lizard. So once again, we might choose to have our blocks under our hands. I want to hug this left knee onto my tricep and really squeeze my inner thighs in towards one another. And so if this feels okay as you stay and breathe here, you might lose the blocks. You might start to find your way down to your forearms, and if you really want, you could even reach back and find a hamstring or a quad stretch. Drawing the heel into the glutes. Make sure if your knee starts to open to that side wall because you took the twist, allow the whole foot to fall open. So it rolls to the pinky toe edge side, and my knee is still over heel. Releasing that back foot if you've got a hold on it, and coming back center. Grab one of your blocks. All I'm going to do is figure 4, this left leg underneath me. So if I looked, I want my left wrist behind my left knee and my left ankle behind my right wrist. Block is friend. We can stack our blocks or we can take it on the higher level underneath this left glute. And so what I'm using that block for is so that I don't just roll off into that left glute. I want to bring this right hip forward and I want to find a little bit of levelness here. Look at your right foot. Press down in the laces and spread the toes. Try to, again, line the heel behind the second and third toe. So if the block is a little bit obtrusive, you can also put a pillow back there, sometimes nice. But eventually, as you practice and as you begin to open up, you'll be able to sink both hips towards your mat and come here. Make sure you stay flexed in this left foot and you're really pressing down to the pinky toe edge of that foot. It'll keep you from dumping into your meniscus on that left knee. And then notice as you breathe here, where are you gripping? So for most of us, it's probably that left outer hip, maybe a little bit into the back. I need you to soften those areas. And if there's any pain, we need to back it up a few steps. So if this is impossible to come into, even with the block, what we're going to come into here is pinwheel or 90-90. And so just looking at your knees, you kind of want them in 90-degree angles with your hips. Does that make sense? So knees coming out of hip and back, or pinwheel, should look like pinwheel. And so you can do the same thing here, bringing this right hip forward, resting right here. So whatever shape you just chose, if you're in pinwheel with me, we're going to stay right here, walking our hands back up. If you're in pigeon, go ahead and draw the right leg in so you're in pinwheel. We're taking our left hand by our left hip. Press into the feet. Flex the feet, spread your toes. Use the outer edge of this front foot, the inner edge of that back foot. And as you inhale, I'm going to spiral up, bending my hips forward, reaching up and back. If it hurts your neck to look up, go ahead and look down at your back hands. But squeeze your inner thighs. Send the front of your body up and open for 3, 2, and release. Hands come down in front. I'm going to tuck those right toes, Step back, down dog, pedal that out, stretch it out. You just got one more side today, so take that right heel to sky, bend the hip, bend the knee, and then step that right foot outside of your right hand. Drop that back knee into lizard. Come onto the laces of that left foot. Feel free to bring your blocks in if you wanted to use them today. Knee hugs arm to start, so squeeze everything in. Feel a nice squeeze between your inner thighs, and then activate this heel, your right heel, and that left knee as if there was a magnet between them. Try to scrunch your mat between them. That will keep you engaged in the muscle and not just sinking into the joint. Now you can choose to stay and breathe here on your blocks, on your hands, or on your forearms. If you took the twist on one side, we will on this. So you'll have a better view of how I roll open. Knee stays over heel, foot is flexed, inactive, toes are spread. I then can pull in if that feels good. If it doesn't feel good, don't worry about it. You could just reach back even. One more deep breath in. Release that back foot, hands come down. We're gonna figure 4 this right leg underneath us. Block, remember, can go on any height that you need. Flat, or even if you had a big pillow, grab a big pillow. I want to find the evenness between my hips. Right? I don't want to be rocking right. I don't want to be rocking too much left. I want to find pelvic floor lifted. So imagine laying down on your bed, zipping up your skinny jeans. I want that feeling right here. Still able to breathe, but active, active core. If you need to pull the left leg into 90-90 already because this is painful, go ahead and do that. 90-90 done properly and over time will allow you to start to open up into pigeon. Whichever option you're in, just close your eyes, take a couple breaths. Anywhere you feel that tightness or that gripping, each exhale, I want you to breathe into that space. And each exhale is your chance to let go just a little bit. Feel yourself soften. And if you're still in pigeon, we'll come back up, pulling that right leg in this time, setting up that pinwheel or 90-90 on this side. Take your right hand by the hip, fingertips facing away from you. On an inhale, press into the outer edges of the feet, lift, stretch, open. And exhale, release. Taking your left leg, sweep it around so it's just comfortably on top of that right. So it could be at your shin right in front for a true easy pose. It could be on the calf, or it could be across the thigh. Move any flesh from your sits bones. Sitting nice and tall. Take a deep breath in, arms up. As you exhale, we're going to twist to the left. As you inhale, come back center. Exhale, go right. Inhale, come center. As you exhale, take a big side bend. Keeping the chest open, keeping the bicep by the ear, and keeping that right hip rooted. Let your inhale pull you out. And as you exhale, just go the other way. Breathe in, arms come overhead into prayer. As you exhale, draw them down, connecting mind and body. Thank you for joining me for this quick power flow today. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's something you enjoyed or want to learn more about. Namaste, friends.